so good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life.
Today is a beautiful day. It is like right around that 20-degree mark it's supposed to get to. I got very sunburnt yesterday, so I'm covering my shoulders up. But I have a lot of updates to show you guys. My fiance started on the greenhouse. It looks so good. So I'm going to show you that later. And what our plans are for it, because I think it's going to look really cool. Personally. And we have some things to do around here for spring, now that spring actually, you know, feels like it's here. And it's just gonna be like a day in the life on a startup homestead. What we're doing to prepare everything. Because although we have the land and it once was a homestead a very long time ago, there's nothing set up to run it as a homestead anymore, and that is the end goal. So this is what we are doing. I mean, all my videos are kind of like that. It's just how we're setting it up. But I have this canopy up now because the sun is very strong, at least so far. It's supposed to get cloudy this afternoon, but my plants are, well, I sun-scalded my tomatoes. So I don't know if I should even bring them out here even in the shade, because I don't know if they're gonna survive. I sun-scalded them real bad. So I'm babying them a little bit. I don't want my pepper plants to get sun-scalded or my loofahs or anything, so they're in the shade right now, which is why I put this canopy up. There's no shade anywhere. And the plants that my mom got me from the greenhouse are in the sun for right now, but in like half an hour I'm probably going to pull them and put them under the canopy just so they don't sun scald, because I don't know how much sun they got in the greenhouse while they were there, so I don't want to sun scald them either. Something we got done this past week was cleaned up under our willow tree a ton. We cut a bunch of the branches off too, dead branches and stuff like that, and we are getting married this October here. We're hoping to get married right under the willow tree there. So it's like our little pride and joy, and getting it all cleaned up. It looks so good. I'm so excited. And like everywhere here, the last 3 days it's been super sunny and then raining at night, and the leaves on everything have like tripled. It's wild how quickly the leaves are like finally the weather we're looking for. So they're looking so good. So I'm out back behind the barn. I wanted to show you guys what my fiance got done on our greenhouse. It's looking so good. Ta-da! So we had to bring all this sand down because it's a little muddy, a little mucky here. It's where the cows used to be. And we got a floor. We have a whole floor. And if I can remember, I have to go up top of the barn to show you guys, but we got a bunch of old windows, like wood framed, really old single pane windows. For some of them for free, some of them just like really cheap. And we're gonna use those as the walls for at least two of the walls here, and then this will be the doorway with windows on either side if we have windows that are the right size, and then the back wall will be solid probably. But across the floor. I'm so excited. I have so many things that I can put in here. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. And he got all this done yesterday. He worked his butt off yesterday before we had family over, and it looks so good. And it's like the best view because right there is gonna be the garden. And then a willow tree, and all this garbage will be gone soon, and it's gonna look so good. We have so much we want to do still, but I think we also have to stop for a second and think of like how much we've already done, because we've cleaned up the place a ton. It was not well maintained in the previous owner's last few years of life, so we have had a lot that we had to do, a lot of very time consuming, and also just fighting the weather, waiting for the weather projects. So I think pretty good. We're getting it done. We're getting there. And I want to, actually it's something I want to do today, is we have hummingbird feeders. And yesterday we saw the first, at least from what I've seen on the property here, the first 2 hummingbirds on the property. So I want to get the feeders out while they're still looking for food sources so that they come back all year long. This is on top of our hill. This is, our house is down at the bottom of the hill over there, and this is up top. And my fiance spent a lot of time up here with our tractor and a brush hog, chopping down. There are these like thorny bushes that have taken over up here. The thorns are literally like this long on them, like would impale through your hand. They're not nice. So while they're still sort of dead and don't have anything with leaves or anything on them, came up here and chopped a bunch of them down with the brush hog, because I always talk about the previous owners. At one point they had cattle around the barn. Up here is where they grew wheat and grass and hay and straw for the cattle. Now it hasn't, obviously decades before they sold to us, they stopped having cattle, and so they didn't have a need to use this part of the land for that anymore, so it became overgrown. And this spring and summer, eventually we want to try growing our own wheat. I think that would be a huge step in just being self-sustainable. But 2, which is why I also want to start like playing around with wheat berries and stuff like that. 2, this year we want to grow corn, and we want to see how well it does without fencing, and without really like taking care of it, I guess. We're gonna plant the corn and see how it does, because we can't water up here. There are so many bugs, and fencing is expensive, but we have deer, obviously, like rodents, like raccoons and possums and all those things. We also have a bear that we've seen on the property recently. So it's just a test to see what we can do. My fiance loves sweet corn, creamed corn to be exact. I don't like it, but he loves it. I like sweet corn, I don't like creamed corn. And for hunting purposes, it would just be a really great crop to have up here. So we're gonna probably wing it. When we get the tiller to do the garden down below, we're gonna till up here and see how well it does. See how well it stays watered on its own without us interacting with it at all. Yeah, this is our up top. This is what he cleared out. This was all full of thorny bushes. So also ignore the mattress over there. The previous owner used it as a dumping ground. We have a lot of garbage here we have to get rid of. And a really cool thing too up here is we are finding some of the old farming implements that when they stopped farming up here, they just sort of parked stuff in the bushes. So like, we have this really cool manure spreader that we pulled out of the tree line behind it, and they just parked it there. They didn't need it anymore, they parked it. There's like 3 more implements in the bush over there that we eventually want to dig out. But there's also like the ones they put in the front yard as decoration, and we tried them and they actually still work, which is pretty cool. So that is up here. So we're back inside for a second, and I got these 2 hummingbird feeders for my lovely fiance. So we're gonna make some like nectar for them to put in these, and it's super simple. You can buy like hummingbird food from the store. It's kind of expensive when all you need is 1 part white sugar, 4 parts water. And you combine them, let them simmer on the stove until the sugar is dissolved, let it come down to room temp, and then you just fill your feeders with that. So it's a lot cheaper than buying it, and it's super easy. That is what we're gonna hunt.
Tomorrow, there's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow. There's no.
Now the previous owners have hooks on literally every post of the deck facing outwards. So I think I'm gonna hook one at the front of the deck and one sort of halfway down or on the back side of the deck and see how that goes. And then I think on the rest of the hooks I want to have herbs hanging from each hook, because then the kitchen is right there. I can come out, pick fresh herbs, go back in. I think that's what I want to do with them. But yeah, we're gonna hang them on the hooks. Change of plans. The hooks that come with the feeders are not big enough to fit around the hooks that are on the deck. So I'm just gonna place them like so on the deck for now. And then we'll either get new hooks or my fiance will jimmy rig something. Yeah. It is the next day. It started raining yesterday evening, and it's my birthday over the weekend, so we were gone to my parents' house for that, and life got busy, so everything I wanted to do got put on hold until today. If you can hear anything in the background, that is my fiance. He is cutting the old windows down to size. They have really thick frames on them, so we need to trim off some of the frames off of them for the greenhouse, which maybe I can show you guys at the end, because since I just showed you in the video, he's gotten so much more done. He's working his butt off on it, and I appreciate him so much. But I also wanted to show you from my fiance how I was talking about wanting to start dabbling in using wheat berries and fresh milled grain and all of that. And you can use espresso, coffee maker, bean grinders, espresso coffee grinders to grind them without committing to like the $500 Nutrimil craziness. Also, thank you for the recommendations on the video. Those were so helpful. I'm doing research on them too for when I do eventually buy something. But he found this on Facebook Marketplace, which just as a visual piece is so cool. But it's a vintage like coffee bean espresso grinder. So it has a little dial on it that will change how coarse it gets ground. And then you open the little window, put in the beans or the berries, and it grinds them into this little, which is so cool. I have a few things I want to bake. I'm also wanting to get into the habit. We have a big stand-up freezer outside in the shed that we emptied this freezer into it. So everything that is frozen is outside because we have the horrible habit of overfilling this freezer with random stuff, and then it never gets used. So we have the stand-up style freezers, which is very nice. And what I want to start doing is sort of roughly plan, not necessarily every day what we're eating, but like 5 meals for dinner, and bring in just that, what I need from the freezer from those meals, and bring it into this freezer for the week. That way it's very easy, quick grab whatever the night before that I want thawed, and it's done. So we might do a little bit of that today, meal planning.
Today is a good day today, and not tomorrow. There's no.
So I started my sourdough, you've seen it a million times, and I wrote my general 5 meals for the week. The reason I only do 5 is just weekdays are our busiest time. And if I can make enough to have leftovers, then that'll just be lunch the next day. So I have a list of things I have to get from our freezer. There are a couple things we're gonna have to stock up on at the grocery store the next time we go to town, but not too much. I'm excited to have our grocery store be our garden for the most part, and not have to go into town to get the majority of our food, but we're not there yet, and that's okay. So we are eating partridge or grouse. We have 2 more breasts in the freezer from hunting season that I want to use up, and then we got a deer last year. My fiance got a deer last year on our property during hunting season. So we're gonna be eating a little bit of that, some ground deer, some deer steaks, all the fun stuff. So we try and keep our protein to what we have already in the freezer, which is mainly deer and the grouse, but we're also having sausage from a local butcher. So yeah, we're gonna go head to the freezer. I don't know how I'm gonna show you guys that because it's in a little shed, but to the freezer. Oh my god, there's so many hornets in here. This is stupid. Okay. Okay. Deer ground. Steaks. Diced onion. Spinach. So now that I got all my stuff in the freezer out there, I can organize it in the freezer here. And yeah, make it super easy. So I actually found while I was in there buns, so I don't need to make buns today because I don't need them for the rest of the week either. So I'm gonna finish meal prepping what I can. A lot of it is just super simple that I don't mind doing day of, like chopping peppers up. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this sort of day in the life, I guess, of a beginner homesteader who's just getting all the footings done and starting from scratch. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations for me or for us or for videos, for things you wish you did from the start on your homestead, let us know down below, and I will put a video up here of other shenanigans that we've been up to. Thank you so much.